Hey Capricorn, welcome back to the channel. I just sat down to do your reading, and honestly, the energy coming through right now is something I need to share with you immediately. This is not your typical reading. The cards are showing me a massive transformation happening in your life, and I mean massive. This is the kind of shift that changes everything. The kind that years from now you will look back on and recognize as a pivotal moment. If you have been feeling like you are stuck, like nothing is moving, like you have been working so hard with no visible results, this reading is going to resonate with you on a deep level. The universe has been preparing something significant for you, and it is finally time for things to shift. So stay with me through this entire reading, because each card builds on the last. Alright, let me pull the first card for you. I am asking the cards what Capricorn needs to know about this life-changing turnaround that is approaching. The first card I pulled is the Knight of Cups, and Capricorn, this is already telling me so much. You know how you are typically very practical, very grounded, very focused on tangible results and concrete plans. The Knight of Cups is coming in to shake that up a bit, but in the most beautiful way possible. This card is about emotional opportunities, romantic gestures, creative inspiration, and following your heart rather than just your head. What I am seeing here is that this turnaround in your life is going to involve you opening up to possibilities that you might have previously dismissed as unrealistic or too idealistic. The Knight of Cups is a dreamer, a romantic, someone who leads with their heart. For you, Capricorn, this is significant because it suggests that the change coming is not just about career advancement or financial success, although those may be part of it. This is about you reconnecting with what truly makes your heart sing. I am getting the sense that you have been so focused on responsibilities, on doing what you are supposed to do, on meeting expectations, that you have lost touch with what you genuinely want on an emotional and spiritual level. This knight is riding into your life to deliver a message or an opportunity that will remind you of your dreams, the ones you maybe tucked away because they did not seem practical. What is interesting about the Knight of Cups is that he is also about proposals and offers. This could manifest as an actual romantic proposal for some of you. But for most of you, I think this is about receiving an offer or opportunity that speaks to your soul. It might be a job opportunity that aligns with your passion, a creative project that excites you, or even just a person entering your life who inspires you to see things differently. The key here is that whatever is being offered is going to appeal to your emotional and creative side, not just your logical mind. Knights are all about movement and action, but the Knight of Cups moves with grace and intention. This is not rushed energy. This turnaround is going to unfold in a way that feels almost magical, like things are falling into place naturally. You might find yourself in the right place at the right time, meeting the right person, or suddenly feeling inspired to pursue something you had given up on. Trust this flow. Your natural tendency might be to overthink it, or question whether it is too good to be true. But the Knight of Cups is asking you to just receive and allow yourself to feel hopeful and excited. For those of you in relationships or seeking love, this card is particularly powerful. It suggests that emotional fulfillment is a key part of this turnaround. If you have been feeling disconnected from your partner, expect a renewal of romance and deeper emotional connection. If you are single, someone with Knight of Cups energy may be entering your life, someone who is emotionally available, romantic, and genuinely interested in connecting with you on a deep level. But beyond romantic love, this is about you falling back in love with your own life, with your dreams, with the possibilities that exist when you open your heart. Let me pull the next card to see what is beneath the surface of this transformation. What is the foundation or the deeper current running through this change? The second card is Death, and before anyone panics, let me explain what this really means. Death in tarot is one of the most misunderstood cards. It rarely represents physical death. Instead, it represents profound transformation, endings that make way for new beginnings, and the complete metamorphosis of your circumstances or your identity. Capricorn, this card is confirming that what you are experiencing is not just a minor shift or a small improvement. This is a total life overhaul. Something in your life is ending, or needs to end completely, so that something new and better can be born. What I find really powerful about having death appear in this position is that it explains why this turnaround might feel so intense or even uncomfortable at times. Real transformation is not always easy. It requires letting go of old identities, outdated beliefs, situations that no longer serve you, and sometimes even relationships or career paths that you have outgrown. The Death card is asking you to release your grip on what was and trust the process of change. This is not about loss, even though it might feel that way initially. This is about evolution. Think about where in your life you have been holding on out of fear or obligation. Maybe it is a job that pays well but drains your soul. Maybe it is a relationship that is comfortable but not fulfilling. Maybe it is a self-concept that you have outgrown, but you are afraid to step into who you are becoming. Death is showing up to tell you that these endings are necessary and divinely timed. The universe is creating space in your life for the blessings that the Knight of Cups is bringing. You cannot receive the new while clutching the old. I am also seeing that this Death card represents the end of a particular struggle or pattern you have been dealing with. Maybe you have been stuck in a cycle of overworking and burnout. Maybe you have been repeating the same relationship patterns. Maybe you have been trapped in limiting beliefs about what is possible for you. That cycle is breaking. The pattern is ending. You are being released from whatever has been keeping you stuck, and that is incredibly powerful. Let me pull the third card to understand what you need to embrace or embody as you move through this turnaround. The third card is the Fool, and Capricorn. This is such a beautiful confirmation of the journey you are on. The Fool is the very first card in the major arcana, representing new beginnings, fresh starts, and the courage to step into the unknown with optimism and faith. This card is numbered 0, which represents infinite potential and the space before creation where anything is possible. After the Death card showed us the ending and transformation, the Fool is showing us the new beginning that is emerging from that transformation. What I love about the Fool for you specifically is that it is asking you to approach this new chapter with beginner's mind. You know so much, you have accomplished so much, you have so much experience and wisdom. But the Fool is inviting you to set all of that aside for a moment and approach what is coming with curiosity, openness, and wonder. This is not about ignoring your knowledge or being reckless. This is about not letting your past experiences or fears limit what you believe is possible in this new chapter. The Fool is often depicted standing at the edge of a cliff, about to step off into the unknown. And you know what? He is not scared. He is excited. He trusts that the universe will support him. Capricorn, this is the energy you need to cultivate right now. You are being asked to take a leap of faith. This might mean saying yes to an opportunity that does not have a guaranteed outcome. It might mean pursuing a dream that feels risky. It might mean opening your heart to love even though you could get hurt. Whatever it is, the Fool is telling you that the magic happens when you trust and jump. I am also seeing that the Fool represents a childlike quality that you need to reconnect with. When was the last time you did something just because it sounded fun? When was the last time you explored something new, without worrying about whether you would be good at it, or whether it would lead anywhere? The Fool is reminding you that life is meant to be an adventure, not just a series of goals to accomplish and responsibilities to fulfill. Let me pull the fourth card to see what challenges or obstacles you might encounter during this turnaround, and how to navigate them. The fourth card is the Devil. And this is an important one to address, because it shows us what could potentially hold you back from fully embracing this transformation. The Devil card represents bondage, addiction, materialism, fear-based thinking, and self-imposed limitations. It is about the ways we trap ourselves, often without even realizing it. In the context of your reading, the Devil is highlighting the shadow side of your Capricorn nature, the parts that could resist this beautiful change because change feels threatening to your need for security and control. The Devil often shows up when we are attached to things that are not actually serving us, but we are afraid to let them go because they feel safe or familiar. For many Capricorns, this manifests as an unhealthy attachment to work, status, material security, or the approval of others. You might be someone who has built your entire identity around being successful, responsible, and in control. The idea of stepping into something new and uncertain, as the Fool suggests, might trigger deep fears about losing what you have worked so hard to build. The devil is warning you that your biggest obstacle in this turnaround is going to be your own fear and your tendency to stay in situations that feel secure even when they are actually limiting you. This could show up as self-sabotage. You might get the opportunity that the Knight of Cups is bringing, and then immediately start finding reasons why it would not work, or why you should not pursue it. What I find interesting is that in traditional tarot imagery, the chains around the necks of the figures in the Devil card are loose. They could remove them at any time. They are only trapped because they believe they are trapped. Capricorn, where in your life have you convinced yourself that you have no choice when you actually do? Where have you accepted limitations that are not real? The devil is asking you to examine the stories you tell yourself about what is possible for you, and to recognize that many of those stories are based on fear, not truth. Let me pull the 5th card to see what support or gifts are available to you as you navigate this transformation. The 5th card is the Queen of Swords, and this is such a powerful ally to have in your corner right now. The Queen of Swords represents clarity, truth, boundaries, independence, and intellectual strength. She is someone who has been through her own trials and has emerged wiser, stronger, and unshakable in her truth. In your reading, the Queen of Swords is showing up as both an energy you need to embody and potentially as an actual person who will support you through this turnaround. What I love about the Queen of Swords appearing here is that she gives you the mental clarity and discernment you need to navigate this transformation successfully. After the devil showed us the potential for confusion and self-deception, the Queen of Swords comes in with her sharp mind and clear vision to help you see the truth of your situation. She is asking you to cut through the illusions, the excuses, and the fears, and to see things as they really are. The Queen of Swords is also about communication and speaking your truth. Part of this life turnaround might involve you having difficult conversations, setting boundaries that you should have set a long time ago, or being honest about what you need and want. This queen does not shy away from hard truths. She knows that temporary discomfort is worth it for long-term peace and authenticity. Let me pull the final card to see the outcome of this life-changing turnaround. Where is all of this leading? The 6th and final card is the King of Swords, and Capricorn. This is such a powerful ending to your reading. The King of Swords represents mastery, authority, intellectual power, truth, and ethical leadership. He is the ultimate decision maker, someone who rules with logic, fairness, and wisdom. In the context of your reading, the King of Swords shows that the outcome of this turnaround is you stepping into a position of greater authority, mastery, and power in your life. What this tells me is that everything you are going through right now, all the changes, the endings, the new beginnings, the challenges, the growth, it is all leading you to a place where you are more in command of your life than you have ever been. The King of Swords sits on his throne with confidence because he has done the work, he has gained the wisdom, and he knows his worth. This is where you are headed. The King of Swords is also about truth and integrity. The outcome of this turnaround is that you will be living in greater alignment with your truth. You will have cleared away the things that were not authentic to who you are. You will have set the boundaries you needed to set. You will have made the hard decisions that needed to be made. And as a result, you will be standing in a place of personal power and integrity. I am also seeing that the King of Swords represents professional success and recognition. For many of you, this turnaround is going to result in career advancement, new opportunities, or increased respect and authority in your field. You might step into a leadership position, start your own business, or be recognized as an expert in your area. So let me bring all of this together for you. You have the Knight of Cups bringing emotional opportunities and heart-centered possibilities. You have Death showing the profound transformation and necessary endings. You have the Fool inviting you into a new beginning with faith and optimism. You have the Devil warning you about the fears and limitations that could hold you back if you let them. You have the Queen of Swords supporting you with clarity, truth, and wisdom. And you have the King of Swords as your outcome, showing you stepping into personal power, mastery, and authentic leadership in your life. This is your life-changing turnaround, Capricorn. You are being called to release what no longer serves you, to open your heart to new possibilities, to take leaps of faith into the unknown, to break free from fear-based limitations, and to step into your power as the conscious creator of your life. I hope this reading resonated with you. If you are going through this transformation, I would love to hear about it in the comments. How are these changes showing up for you? What are you ready to release? What new beginnings are calling to you? All right, Capricorn, thank you so much for being here. I am sending you so much love and support as you navigate this incredible turnaround. I will see you in the next reading. Take care.